Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Are you videoing or are you taking pictures? I'll take pictures.
Well, this is engine number 4. As you know, we're a real steam engine.
Yeah. Beautiful.
We're burning biodiesel.
Is it true you guys mix your own
well,
biodiesel?
no, we
send it out to people?
Yeah, it's Reclaim Brine Oil for the park, and the company processes it, brings it back, and puts it in our fuel tanks. Where you guys from?
Burbank.
Burbank.
Yeah.
Trains have been an interest for a long time, but I'm really beginning to get into it finally. I've never been able to really the energy into it.
Well, now that's great you able to now. This engine just went through a rehabilitation about a year and a half, 2 years ago. Originally built 1925. That's why it's still kind of looks fresh, paint, everything. New boiler, new cab, complete renovation.
I wonder if this is the cowl we got. We're volunteers at the Carrollwood.
Okay, there you go. Great. Did you go to the Fullerton days? I'm trying to think when it was the last. Norm, when was the last Fullerton Railroad day? Last May, was it? Probably May.
Yeah.
I'm planning to go.
Yeah, we're gonna go in the next one.
Last year we had number 4 there. Oh.
Wow.
This engine. This one. Gonna get some water right now.
Ah, okay. Hi.
Hi.
He's back there filling it with water.
We're using the hose right now because we cannot use the water tower. We have some pipe restrictions we've got to meet and go past. Yeah, for they're devising a new way to do it. Possibly a platform here that we can pull from.
You guys have been doing it for 50 years. No one's been hurt, right?
No. Yeah. Well, you know, ocean. We gotta have a. It's either that or they put a rail around the end of the tender, and they didn't want to do that.
No.
We didn't want to do that.
Evidently, the Carrollwood Foundation got a cowl from one of the engines.
Got a what?
Cowl?
I think they got. I mean, have these been replaced?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been replaced.
Yeah. And
Yeah, engine 1 was replaced a while back, and now it's in rehab again. Engine 1, new boiler.
so CK's down right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, steam release, right?
Right. So this is tricox.
Right. Go through it for me, will you?
Well, sure. Now this supplies the steam to the cyclone.
Okay.
This supplies the water to the cyclone. So it creates the same condition that is, occurring in the boiler to give me the level of water in the boiler. So when I turn, this is the injector.
Okay.
Right here, injector body right here. So when I turn the water on, you get the water coming from the tender to this point here, no further. Now you turn the steam on, and it passes through the injector body and siphons the water into the boiler.
And pressures it in.
And yeah, at a slightly higher pressure than what's in the boiler. and then there's a check valve that keeps it from coming back out. So that's my job, is make sure there's enough water in the boiler. We go through about 125 gallons an hour making steam, so very often.
Before we had the sight glasses right here on this side, he's got one and I got one. He's got one so he uses that all the time. If his fails or breaks, I have one over here. The reason why we have these is the sight glasses in the old days. Before the sight glass was invented, they used to have a bunch of these up to the top of the boiler, and that's how they would know where the water was.
They would just crack on the, yeah.
Right here. Well, just right there. This would be more.
Yeah.
Larger engines, you might have 6 of those going all the way up.
Wow.
Pressure on the large gauge. That's our air pressure. We'll use air brakes. We have steam operated air pump.
I didn't hear what you just said. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll wait. We'll let you get out of the tunnel. Air brakes, locomotive, tender, all the way back. And this is our gauge for the air brakes. The black one shows how much we have in the lines, which is nothing right now. And the red one shows how much we have in the reservoir, ready to use to apply the brakes. And we supply air to the reservoir with a steam-operated air pump. The electronic governor senses when we're low and when we're high.
I've been reading and reading and reading, just trying to, trying to learn.
Bet. Our rails were very slippery this morning from the fog, so we were slipping quite a bit. Now it's warming up, drying out. This is a block light. This tells us what's going on ahead in the next zone. There are 10 zones in the whole system. We've got a green light. That means we can pass through into the next zone ahead. If it was yellow, we'd have to slow down or even stop until it turned green.
What is the forward set of pipes and gate?
Well, this one's the steam for the injector.
And the other one is also?
Yeah, there's a turret, what we call a turret or manifold up here, where all the steam comes in from the boiler. Operates all the accessories at the back end.
Okay, thank you.
look at the fire, I use the reflection in my boots. Let me know what the level of the flame is. I'm going to turn it down now because Norm's not using any steam. But I'm injecting water, so injecting water will cool it down inside the boiler also, which reduces the steam pressure. So I've got to always kind of create some sort of balance. But the steam comes from the boiler through the steam dome right ahead into a turret here, and the turret supplies all the steam for the accessories. For instance, this is for the blower.
Okay.
Right here, a blower just creates draft by shooting a jet of steam up through this smokestack, sucking air into the bottom of the smoke box and through the tubes. Tubes
Okay.
is where the water is heated.
Okay. The steam,
I'm sorry.
it comes out the steam dome both down to the pistons and to
No,
the
actually,
manifold?
well, there's a pipe that comes back, supplies the steam into the turret.
Okay.
For the blower, atomizer. The atomizer is used in conjunction with the fuel to create a mist. That's what ignites.
Okay.
In the firebox. So we're using steam. We're using steam. Rush past the water to get it into the boiler also. So we're using steam quite a bit here for the accessory. Now there's a valve that Norm activates by pulling back the throttle. That's what opens in the steam dome. Sends steam down a pipe and then a white pipe into the pistons or in the cylinder.
Okay. I didn't realize it came off of the steam dome back to all of this. And that makes sense.
It's like two cylinders. You got the big cylinder, the boiler, then you got a smaller cylinder, steam dome. And that's where all the steam collects. It just comes right into the dome. That's the highest point.
Gotcha.
Now I've got enough water.
The highest point of the steam dome is where the driest steam is.
The driest is. That's interesting.
Some steam can be what they call a little bit of wet. It has a lot of condensation in it, moisture.
Yeah, sure.
Dry steam actually expands a lot quicker.
You don't want you want the dry steam going into the cylinders.
Right.
Water doesn't compress.
Gotcha.
Steam compresses.
There's lots of pictures. If this is what they're using, then we can have a better.
There are certain conditions that water gets sucked up through the valve, poppet valve, and the dry pipe. Then it goes down into the cylinders and shoots water up from the smokestack, and it gets really messy. It's called working water.
That would not be something you'd want happening like here.
What's that?
That's not something you'd want happening right here.
No. Plus, we've got to clean it off when we get into the roundhouse. The night crew isn't happy with us. We have two crews, the morning crew and a night crew. Then we've got a whole crew of operating engineers in the roundhouse maintaining the locomotives and cars.
This is what he wants your job when he retires.
Oh, sure. Well, I applied, when was it, 2006? I would come down and talk to the guys, and they said, well, why don't you just, apply? And I did. 2 years later, they called me. They were doing track replacement, which took a while before they called me.
Yeah.
And I'm actually from the outside. I was in sales all my working life. Right now, they hire from within pretty exclusively.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay, slow it down because they've got a yellow light.
That's the pump, air pump right now.
Okay.
Resupplying the reservoir with air.
This lever here essentially reduces the amount of swing in the piston.
This one right here, or this one?
Which one is it?
This one right here, it's called the Johnson bar.
Okay.
Okay. It's in the forward position now. This is right here. Since there is no neutral, it's called center. Okay, so it switches the valve gear, the gear underneath the Stevenson gear, to where it's almost centered out.
Okay.
Okay, so that the piston can't move this way or this way.
Okay.
Okay. And then this is reversed. Right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is like the transmission in the car. So it's forward and
Okay.
reverse. That's all we have. It also, what it does is it controls the valve. Since it controls the gear underneath the engine, okay, it's controlling the amount of distance that the valve moves up on top.
Gotcha. That's what I was wondering. So the short one, I'm sorry, I'm trying
This one is the brake.
Brake.
It's our air brake.
Trying to remember.
Brake stand. Oh, you know, it's just a repetition.
Yeah. Yeah.
So since this is in all the way forward, the valve is actually moving full distance. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
If I bring it back this way a little bit, it just shortens the stroke.
The split. Yeah. Okay.
The valve looks just like an upside down roast pan or bread pan. Very thick though. It just slides over the in the steam chest over the cylinder. And when he notches back on the Johnson bar, it just shortens shortening the cutoff.
Okay.
Just travels less, putting less steam into the cylinders. But if we do that when we get up to speed, we don't need all that steam once we get up to speed, just like an overdrive in a car.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they have to like replace the manifold, they have to rebuild those, don't they? Or does someone actually produce those?
I don't know if this. I don't know. Maybe Norm knows, but
I think this one was built for the
yeah. There's a lot of machining going on. I assume they rebuild, when they rebuild the locomotive, they might put a new one on.
Yeah.
Yellow light. This means there's a train at Main Street.
Ah.
Okay.
Zone 10. Oops, it just left. Now we're good. I don't know how they handle such things. You've got a big vent all the way through.
Yeah, sure.
This locomotive is set up a bit like the locomotives at Knott's Berry Farm. Backhead comes back almost to the rear of the cab. You can ride those trains, by the way. You can ride at Knott's Berry Farm. You can ride the engine. There's no seat. You stand up behind the engineer environment, and that's quite an experience.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to try that sometime.
Yeah.
Except we'd rather be here.
Always here.
They're big. They're C-19s. They're built in 1881. This locomotive was built in 1925. Our oldest is number 3. It was built in 1894.
Wow.